gets hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the theater and never comes late. She never bothers with people she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Double T Podcast. You are watching on the Double T Podcast Network. Welcome in and wishing everybody a happy day. Before we get started, folks, I'd like to remind you, if possible, would you please give us a like and subscribe to our channel? That really helps us with the YouTube algorithms to get our videos out and hopefully get them into mainstream YouTube. You can also follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Although I haven't been on Facebook in quite a while, and I dipped my toe in over the weekend, and you know, Facebook has become. First, it was a place where I thought people could describe their lives better than what they really are. I never really gave Facebook any credibility. You know, you want to share a picture of something, that's really fine. But the political tension on Facebook is absolutely ridiculous. And my left-leaning friends refuse to sit down and talk about issues. All they hear is what they hear in the legacy media, talking points. Trump's cutting Medicare, Trump's cutting Social Security, Trump's doing this, Trump's doing that. And all these things are farthest from the truth. And the problem with my liberal friends is that they are not big picture thinkers. The Democratic Party right now is a rudderless ship. There is no leader in that party. They don't listen to Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries told them all before the joint session of Congress address that President Trump made last week. He said, come on, just behave yourselves. And for anybody that watched it or saw clips of it, it was the most disgusting display of behavior of adults that I have witnessed in a long time. First with Al Green, not to be confused with Let's Get It On, Al Green, but Al Green with his cane yelling at the president that he didn't have a mandate, which if you have half a brain and you go and look up on maybe like Real Clear Politics and look at what the electoral map looked like, but get the breakdown of by cities. And it'll give you the whole country, and it will show you how red it is. Trump expanded his base all over the country with women, with Latinos, with Asians, and with African Americans. So, and he even got union support. The Teamsters would not come out and support the Democratic nominee, but union workers supported Trump. The display that I saw at that joint address of Congress, when the Democrats couldn't even stand up for 13-year-old DJ Daniels, a 13-year-old boy who loves the law and the police department, a brain cancer fighter. He's lived 5 years longer than anybody doctor said he would. And President Trump made him a Secret Service agent that night. And Sean Curry, the new Secret Service director, went and handed him his badge, and the hug that he gave the Secret Service director was enough to bring a tear to your eye. How could you not stand up for a 95-year-old woman who, before Trump got shot at in Butler, Pennsylvania, she was at that rally, and she stopped President Trump and said to him, "If you win this election, will you bring my son home?" And President Trump said, "I will do everything I can." Well, promises made, promises kept. That 95-year-old woman and her son, who was recently released from a Russian prison, were at that address. And the Democrats couldn't stand up for that. They couldn't stand up for Laken Riley, the Georgia college student who was killed by an illegal while she was out jogging. And President Trump promised her family that her name would never be forgotten and passed into, by executive order, the Laken Riley Act. Jocelyn Nungary, I believe she was 12 years old, down in Texas. And she was brutally tortured and abused by an illegal. And President Trump, in talking to the family, found out how much Jocelyn Nungary had a love of animals. So about maybe, I don't know, within driving distance of their home in Texas, there is an animal preserve, and it is now named after Jocelyn Nungary. And the Democrats couldn't stand up for any of that. And you got to ask yourself a question now. Since this happened, they're posting viral videos. They're doing some war dance. They're singing now. When Al Green got censured, they were singing "We Will Overcome." They they had Rosa DeLauro from Connecticut with the purple hair, who looks like she's been dead for 5 years. I'm sorry. And they had her doing a video using like cool words like sus instead of suspect. And it was degrading to see how these people are handling this. What do the Democrats stand for? I mean, they stand for migrants, illegal migrants, over United States citizens. Now you see the mayors being pulled before Congress, and they're doing investigations into it. There's so much money missing that has gone to migrants, and there's a lot of money missing too, which is, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. One other thing I wanted to mention. When Trump made the proclamation that there are only two genders, male or female, okay? I get that. I don't think people really get that, all right? And my point always was, you go to the bathroom you have hardware for. So there was a girl there that suffered a traumatic brain injury in a high school volleyball game because a man that was on the other side playing on the women's team spiked the ball so hard into her head, she ended up with a traumatic brain injury. So no men and women's sports. I completely support that. The Democrats are on a crusade against Elon Musk. and Doge. They're vandalizing Tesla dealerships and charging stations all over the country. Now, it took us a long time to get to where we are fiscally in our government. And it's going to take some time for us to balance that budget and reduce that debt. So, Trump is playing four-dimensional chess. And people kind of don't get it. Okay? Trump isn't looking to start tariff wars. He's using it as a negotiating tool to get something else. Okay? Like I said in a previous podcast, it was like when he came out with the thing about going in there and redoing Gaza and turning it into the Riviera of the Middle East and blah, blah, blah. And everybody went crazy, like, oh my God, Trump's going to go into the Middle East and do this, this, and that. He's probably going to build a hotel. No. Trump waited. And now there's 3 different countries that are looking to help. They're going to build a coalition. And they're going to rebuild it. But I assure you, it will not be until Trump fires the last missile up the last person from Hamas's ass. Because he will eradicate them like he eradicated ISIS. Okay? Then we'll go to the meeting that he had with Zelensky in the Oval Office. And everyone said, geez, Trump and J.D. Vance just ganged up on this guy and this and that. And I'm saying to myself, all right, first of all, the guy is a dictator. Second of all, okay, he's got nothing left. I mean, he ran out of Trump's office and took a flight to the UK to grab $3 billion or whatever, 3 million. I don't know how much they gave him, but they gave him something. And the new guy from the UK is saying, geez, well, we got to do this, we got to do that, but we can't do it without the United States. Trump holds all the cards. All right. Now, I don't know how big of a project digging out those rare earth minerals is going to be, but it's not going to be easy. And then you got to get them here. It's going to be a costly project, but it's going to be worth it because we're going to get reimbursed for the billions of dollars that we've already sent over there, and the munitions that we've sent there, and the equipment that we've sent there. That guy walked into that office with a chip on his shoulder. All right. And one of the reasons why is the last guy he met with before he went into that office was Uncle Chuck. All right. Uncle Chuck Schumer, the biggest game player of them all. Now, when you walk into the President of the United States office, you wear a suit. I don't care if you hate the guy or not. You respect the office. You wear a suit when you go see the president. Have you ever seen anybody not go in a suit? Or even when the royals come, they have their dress royalty garb on. So that meeting, I thought he came in with a bit of an attitude, and Trump threw him out. And as well, he should have. And he cut all aid temporarily. He froze all aid to Ukraine till we figure out what's going on over there. And it might be easier to get Putin to the table than it will be to get this other guy to the table. But Trump's got a good team. Trump will get this together and make it work. Zelensky says he is ready to sign the deal that Trump had waiting for him that day. So this week, everybody's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Okay. And Trump's team is going to be there. I'm not sure if Trump is going to be there, but Trump's got an amazing negotiating team. So stay tuned. Now, as far as Israel and Hamas go, Trump and Netanyahu they've got to have something up their sleeves. I mean, they want the bodies back. They want the dead bodies as well as the living people back, all in one shot. No stage 2, stage 3. Just give them all up. And I think that if they don't, I think Trump's going to rain hell on them. That's just what I think. I'm a huge fan of Trump's new press secretary, Carolyn Levitt. She's amazing. The binder is gone. KJP, gone. Thank God I don't have to listen to another press conference with that woman. And the big binder. She had a big binder, probably weighed more than she did. Levitt comes in with 3 pieces of paper. That girl is sharp. But the media, and I like the way they kind of redid the the media room. They threw the AP out, which I thought was great. And they made a special seat for new forms of media like podcasters and streamers and, people that other people go and get their news from because they're sick of ABC, NBC, CBS, MSN, DNC, and CNN. They're sick of all of those. Okay, and there's very few shows that I watch. I watch a lot of Congress and the Senate to see what's going on inside. I'll watch press briefings. I'll check Trump's notes and whatnot. That's where I get my news. Okay, because I want to make sure. MSNBC got rid of Joy Reid, which was joyous for everybody. CNN got rid of Jim Acosta, but they still got Brian Seltzer and Jeffrey Toobin. Who's going to step up? Wolf Blitzer is like 2 months older than water. How long is he going to hang on? They used to have a guy there. I don't know if he's still there. John King. I liked him, but, who knows? CBS got rid of Faceless the Nation, Chuck Todd, and The View suspended Whoopi for 2 weeks for making fun of Elon's son's name. His son's name is X. I think he's got a couple more initials, but they call him X. And so Whoopi got suspended for that. I don't even know if they're going to still bring The View back next year because I think they've had it with Whoopi, Joy, and Sonny, and that other Anna Navarro. Jimmy Kimmel is still in tears. Jimmy Kimmel, I used to like Jimmy Kimmel a lot. Just like I used to love Howard Stern. Okay? But when Stern went woke, so did Kimmel, because they're buddies. And Kimmel's not funny anymore. Colbert is not. Colbert was hysterical on he was on Comedy Central when he was on the Daily Show. Colbert was hysterical. He used to be a correspondent for Stewart, then he took over for Stewart. He's not funny anymore. Seth MacFarlane, no, not Seth MacFarlane, Seth Meyers. Never watched it. But I can tell you one thing. Gutfeld beats all of them in the ratings, and he's on Fox. So go figure. This is not the Democratic Party of JFK anymore. It's not your mom and dad's Democratic Party. It's decimated. And what they need is a leader. Someone to take an issue and run with it. You know what would really be smart, and I've seen Trump offer to, he said it during his address. He said, I would love to work with the Democrats. But the Democrats don't want to have anything to do. The Democrats are going to vote to shut the government down this week. I think it's this week the vote is. This week or next week. And I mean, Congress can't lose a vote. That continuous resolution has to pass. You know, and if this government shuts down, you know, blame it on the Dems. You know, Hakeem Jeffries is not a leader. He is not a leader. AOC is not a leader. She's a waitress that moonlights as a congressperson. I mean, but there are people in the Democratic Party who could stand up. You know, forget about the old timers. Just forget about the old timers because they are toast. So you've heard on the news all the things that Donald Trump and Elon Musk have found, all the waste, fraud, and abuse so far in 50 days, what they have found. Okay? And they haven't even gotten into the Treasury yet. They haven't gotten into Social Security yet. They haven't gotten into the Department of Defense yet. Okay? It's coming. They're going to blow up the Board of Education just like they did USAID. Okay? And USAID, don't let anybody fool you that was a real charitable organization, because probably about 17% of the money that behemoth organization collected, about 17% of it went where it was supposed to. Who knows where the rest is? Okay? And right before Joe left office, our old friend down in Georgia, two-time failed gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, has this new organization that she's started called New Beginnings, or Rewiring America. That's what it was. And right before Biden left, she asked for $2 billion. They have $100 in the bank. He asked for $2 billion, and she got it. All right, now, here's the funny thing. She has to disperse the money within 21 days. But then another stipulation was they had 90 days to take a course on how to prepare a budget. It's ridiculous. All right? So, my Democratic and liberal friends, you can piss down Trump's neck all you want. This guy's not going to stop. Okay? And hopefully, our children's children and their children will have a country to be proud of. That's all we got for now. But it was good seeing you all. Please don't forget, like, subscribe, share the videos. It would be much appreciated. Please remember, tomorrow is granted to no one. So please stop and smell the roses. They smell wonderful. And if you have the opportunity to do a random act of kindness for someone, take that opportunity. Because if everybody did a random act of kindness for someone, this world would be a much, much better place to live. So until we meet again, my friends, this is Double T saying, look for our short videos on YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram. We have 1 minute shorts now. Just points we pull out of the podcast. Okay? And take a look. Until we meet again. Ciao, ciao.
Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories sweeten through the ages just like wine. Quiet thoughts come floating down and settle softly to the ground like golden autumn leaves around my feet. I touch them and they burst apart with sweet memories. Sweet memories of holding hands and red bouquets and twilights trimmed in purple haze, laughing eyes and simple ways, quiet nights and gentle days.